This podcast is brought to you and powered by Sunday Cool Teas. Watch or listen.
Good. That was good.
Hey there.
Hi.
It's sweater weather.
Yeah, that's right. It is. Sure, it sure is. It's getting cold out there,
It
folks.
sure is. We're heading into the fall and winter seasons, and guess what? It's going to be getting cold out there.
It's going to be getting real
And
cold.
we want you to be wearing our Sunday Cool Tees. But guess what? You don't want to get cold.
Right.
You might want to have something a little bit thicker on.
That's right.
But you still want it to be soft, right there, Josh?
Right.
So you go to sundaycool.com/fleecewear. You're going to see all of our options that have me nice, thick, soft, and warm apparel.
All customizable, too. You can get whatever print you want on them. I got a nice little Sunday Cool print on mine. How about you, Andy?
Absolutely, I sure do too. We also have crew necks, long sleeve tees, and hoodies. And you can even build a package so you can have water bottles and wristbands and everything you want all together.
Yeah, that's right. SundayCool.com/fleecewear.
Go now.
Brr.
Ooh, chilly. Warm you up.
Don't ever.
I'm just
Don't
kidding.
ever-
Stop. I'm just
Stop.
Don't hit me, first of all.
Kelsey was like 10 years older than me, I think, dating a high schooler. Really weird stuff.
That just goes to show that everybody overthinks. I mean, I don't know what this is a hot take, but people overthink the
Age.
marriage commitment and like they're like, we have to
Overthink?
date for 10
Oh,
years.
yeah.
And we have to know each other for this long. And
It's
stuff
a,
like that.
it's a real small line because it's like you can underthink it as well. And that's even a worse problem.
Yeah.
And then you overthink and you're like, listen, you're practically married already.
I know.
So.
I know.
Test,
What are
test.
you waiting for?
What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for?
Does your mic work?
chick?
Okay. So I wonder if the
it's
other...
the other one. I just swapped hers.
Oh, was it broken?
Yep.
That's so weird.
Broken.
Broken.
On the podcast where he said, "Welcome to the show," his microphone just...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Kaput.
Kaput last week. That was last week. Hey, did you see Sunday Cool's now making energy drinks?
Whoa.
Isn't that cool? Very cool.
I can't believe you guys. It's 2 p.m. Be
And I'm ready to
responsible.
rock.
I didn't ask for this.
I thought it
was
was-
brought to me.
I thought you weren't drinking those anymore.
I, again, did not ask for it.
Yet you cracked it.
Yeah,
You
because
could
I'm
have given it to Zach. Zach's been
sleepy.
asking for energy drinks.
I'm sleepy.
I'm a sweepy boy. Hold me. I literally thought today was Tuesday. I just found
Same.
out it was Wednesday about 30 minutes ago.
Even though you released the Wednesday video.
I
today.
know it was
I know.
a schedule thing in my mind.
Dude,
but
I'm
like,
so thrown off.
yeah,
too.
I was telling Kelsey my plans for tonight and everything like that. I was like, I'm going to Sam's and everything like that. And she's like, oh, so you're not going to youth group? And I'm like, oh, dang it.
You seem a little old for youth group though.
I know, but they haven't kicked me out. They're just too polite at the church.
Yeah.
And now I'm just standing there like now just for like this is just a thing I gotta do.
Yeah. This is the first podcast we've been here 3 weeks.
More than 3 weeks. It's been a month now.
no.
Yes, because we filmed like twice before your guys' thing. So technically this is like the 4th week.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know. It's been a long time. You guys have gone on a cruise.
It's been a while.
Your tan's no longer.
Sweet. No, I still got a tan.
I'm just kidding. Prove it. Oh.
But it's all natural, baby.
Hey. And then we
still a Christian.
the plot thickens.
Just Photoshop.
Lord rebuke you.
Oh. I just evaporate.
Like the Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Just melt.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
I had fun on the cruise. Thanks for asking.
Hey, we'll get into it.
Why are you looking at me?
We'll get into it.
Spicy.
He was there. He doesn't need to ask you. He was aware of whether you had a good or bad time on the
Why?
cruise.
She just wants to fight me.
Dude, I'm excited for it. This is going to be a great
I was on the cruise, too.
This is going to be a great episode.
I had a great time on the cruise. Thanks for asking. Andy. That's directed towards him.
Yeah.
No, he asked. You guys talked about it with each other, and I wasn't here.
Barely, because we wanted to save.
To be fair, have you asked her if she had a good time on the cruise?
Yeah.
No.
No, not publicly.
Dang.
Shame on you. Shame on
What
you.
is happening?
How do you not ask your wife that publicly?
Andrew, let's
That's insane.
play a song.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm not even going to ask
song.
you.
I'm excited for this song.
Give me a hint.
I don't think he could give you a hint. What is that?
Don't know.
That sounded like Reba McEntire a little bit. In a tunnel.
Oh my gosh.
Ninjas are butterflies. It's time to start the show.
Ninjas are butterflies. We're ready to go.
Episode 57. It seems like heaven.
Episode 57. Got this drink from 7-Eleven.
I know you didn't. It wasn't 7-Eleven.
Somewhere in the atmosphere.
Don't know where we're going from here.
But I know I want to be with you.
Wanna be with you.
Ninjas are butterflies, episode 57. Glad you're here. We're gonna have good time.
Yeah. Ooh.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time. That was improv.
Yay!
This guitar is so terribly in tune.
Yeah, when you ask for a hint of what the song would be, it's like,
I don't think you could give
I'm
me-
also asking for a hint.
I thought that was pretty good,
That was sounded-
Yeah.
I could fall asleep to that.
Episode 57.
It's gonna be real great.
I forget what the song even sounded
I-
like.
Okay,
Okay, shh.
But
I know it's been a long time. I don't. Yep.
What the?
Nope. I know it's been a long time, but everyone just be quiet now. Because we need to answer this question.
Gulp.
Shh. Today's question sent in by a viewer. Is charity for nerds?
Oof.
It's charity for nerds.
Yep.
Charity's like the good thing, right?
Yeah.
It can be.
Sometimes.
I'm gonna say charity might be for nerds.
What?
Oh, interesting.
Might be. Jury's still out.
Yeah. Andrew?
I'm undecided. I'm not sure.
Okay.
What?
We're a bunch of fence sitters over here.
I'm going to jump off the fence.
Careful. Don't roll your ankle.
Charity is not for nerds.
Can you explain, like, why?
I think it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Unless it's not, then it is for nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think that it's not for nerds.
Okay.
Who was charity for then?
People who are giving in kind.
Wait, let me back up. So Lily's saying if there was a bunch of nerds that like had their homes destroyed, we should not give charitable donations to them because charity is not for nerds.
Josh, I don't think you're speaking for Lily at all. I think that's exactly what she said.
That is interesting. Lily thinks nerds deserve nothing. Welcome to the show.
Oh, man!
Did I say ninja? I meant the butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations. Does it empty your mind?
You learn martial arts!
You misphrased. I thought you guys were saying is being charitable nerdy.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I should have said
That's
yes
really
then.
good, though, the
Yeah.
way you switched it. That was good.
Thanks.
Yeah. You got me.
Crazy
times.
times we're living in, folks. So, what's new with you?
Hey, you know what Roosevelt said?
What?
Roosevelt said, taxes are bad. Low.
Lily, did you enjoy the cruise?
Yeah, I had a really good time.
Well, hey, one second. Let her finish. But that was very thoughtful what you said right there.
I know.
I can't believe you said
Yeah,
that.
I just-
Publicly of all places, I can't believe it. So, cruise time. You guys had a good time?
Yes.
What was the cruise like?
Yeah.
Because Josh mentioned that he was very tired during that cruise.
Yeah.
But it was a blast.
Yeah.
I was arguably more tired.
Ooh.
Okay.
Were you more tired or was she?
She gets up with Jane, so I'll
Okay.
give it to her.
Fine.
Do you know
Fine.
females actually need less sleep than males?
It's opposite. More sleep.
Nope.
More sleep.
Nope.
I'm gonna send you a link.
Hey,
Why would you?
I'm
Why would
gonna
you say
search this.
tomato.
Yeah.
It's about 2 hours more sleep than women need.
Okay.
Your voice is deeper.
I'm sick.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Do you ever like touch base with your wife?
How have you been lately?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it was good. I've realized that if I have prepared food available to me at all times,
Yeah.
that I have like minimal self-control. I gained about 5 to 10 pounds in those 8 days.
Mine was pretty evened out because of all the throw up I was experiencing from.
Because you got seasick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Seasick, yeah.
Yeah.
Keegan,
That's-
our brother-in-law, was literally green.
Dude, I've never seen anyone like, you know, in the cartoons where they get like seasick, they like turn green.
Yeah.
That happened to him.
Really?
Like he was sitting at the dinner table, and he's just like this, and like I mean, he looked green, and he's like, I gotta go.
That's crazy.
And like what he was just so seasick.
You've never seen
Yeah.
it like in actual real life. That's
Yeah.
that's nuts. You don't actually think people are going to turn green.
You think about how many joints though that we all use to stabilize ourselves compared to him just sitting.
Yeah,
So he's lost his ability to like level out.
yeah, that's true. You can't because like on the boat you can't be like
Yeah, he's connected.
yeah.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
Dang.
Bam.
Part of the ship.
You go down with the ship at that point. You have
Heather
to.
and I got twin burns.
Twin burns.
Yeah, coffee.
Oh, yeah, that's nuts.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Dude, the picture that you sent, that was nuts. I couldn't believe that was from coffee. Just a high temp coffee.
Yeah.
Yes.
How high they roll in this temperature of this coffee?
Enough to give me-
How hot is this coffee?
Hey, come on, what's the deal with cruise ship coffee?
It's hot, huh? Some would say too hot.
But that's crazy though. It's like literally reminds me of the McDonald's lawsuit.
I know.
Yeah, it's nuts.
But I'll tell you something that makes me like uber uncomfortable. And it's being served by people.
Easy.
It's being served by people, period.
Yeah.
But especially people from like third world countries
Mm-hmm.
and the culture that they're coming from. And then also just like the fact that they've been on this cruise ship for like 7 months and most of them have like
At a time.
children and stuff that
Yeah.
they don't see.
Yeah.
And like, I always want to ask them like, what are you being paid? Like, are you being paid fairly?
Yeah,
like,
do you need help?
yeah.
I'm so sad. There's this man from Indonesia who was working in the cafeteria. He was like one of the waiters, and he was just like obsessed with Jane and Ada, and he's just smiling. He's like, oh, he's like, I miss my kids.
Oh man.
I'm like, how
That's
many kids do you
so
have? He's
rough.
like 3. I'm like, when's the last time you seen him? He's like 8 months.
Oh,
I'm like,
Jeez, dude.
oh my god.
I know,
How do you
it
do
kills.
that? How do you do that?
I don't know.
That's
My
rough.
favorite story though from the cruise. It was our second to last day. We're at breakfast. Lily got Jane a bowl of yogurt,
A bowl of yogurt.
or so we thought. And Lily was just feeding Jane, and Jane the whole time's going.
Really doesn't like this yogurt.
And then like an hour went by, and we were like walking around. Lily had the bowl of yogurt, and she like tasted. She's like, oh. She's like, I think this yogurt's bad. And she's like, can you taste it?
Oh,
And
no.
I taste it. I'm like, because that's not yogurt. That is sour cream.
I was spoon feeding Jane sour
Forcing
cream.
Jane to eat a bowl of sour cream.
Why?
She's like, gosh,
No, this is terrible.
really wish I could talk about it now.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
And just imagine it was mayonnaise. You're just like, just a diaper deep of mayonnaise.
Ew, yuck. By the way, mom just called and she's like, Lily, I really think that Jane's like not hungry or like whatever. And she's like, I don't know, like maybe I'm making the bottle wrong. She's like, I'm putting in 5 scoops.
Whoa.
I said, what?
Making a milkshake.
5 scoops?
How much is it supposed to have?
It's
2?
yeah.
Hey, that's extra protein, baby.
But
James just gets home. He's like, where were you?
Jacked.
I'm not sure what happened
Yeah.
psychologically to me.
Psychicosisly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that samakably
Yep.
to me on that cruise.
Yeah.
But for a week after that cruise, every single night I would wake up with a night terror. And I mean
Yeah.
like a night terror.
Yeah.
Because I would wake up and panic thinking I was still on the boat and that I couldn't find Ada.
We're sinking.
I'm just like I'm just like freaking out.
first.
And it happened when we were in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I
I feel bad for the people who had to spend the week with you after the cruise.
Yeah.
Like
Luckily, you weren't locked in a cabin with a bunch of close coworkers.
Yeah. Luckily, I was the only one sleeping in the living room on the floor because I would wake. There's one night, it had to have been 8 minutes. I was searching indoors and like, I'm going, Ada! Ada! And I called my mom.
Yeah.
And she didn't answer because it was like 2 a.m.
Come on, Mom.
What'd your mommy?
Yeah. Well, the first night I called you and you didn't answer, so maybe I thought like, well, Lily's not going to answer me. I'll call my mom.
Yeah. And then no one. Hey, but you know what? Who would have woke up for you? This guy. This guy. I'm surprised you didn't come get me because they're used.
Well, I shined my flashlight out
were going
the
through
door.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your dreams were like just so vivid, and like it was the night before you were leaving for the conference trip, and you wake me up. You're like, turn the lights on, and I turn the lights on, and you're like, Lily, I left my wallet on the 3rd floor. That's what you said, like of the cruise ship, and you're like, Lily, I need my driver's license. You're like, I can't go to the airport without my wallet. I said, Josh, we're home. We're home.
We have no
You're
we have no
safe.
3rd or 2nd floor in our house.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I left my wallet on the 3rd floor of the cruise.
Which
Yeah.
why the 3rd floor?
That was the casino.
No, that was the 4th floor.
Oh, then I don't know.
wait. Josh, that 4th floor has been closed for 50 years. What?
Um,
And then you punched me in the face.
yeah.
You punched her
Okay, you can't stop saying that to people.
because you got angry. Like she woke you up. You're like,
it was my last.
don't wake me up.
It was my last night terror night. I haven't had them since. But she said it kind of seemed like I was reaching for something.
But his
Yeah.
fist was closed.
And it didn't punch her. It like went like this.
Yeah.
It
grazed her.
grazed me.
Yeah.
I didn't go like,
Hey. Did you learn your lesson? Did you learn your lesson?
And then I'm like, Josh. And then you like stand up and you're hunched on the end of the bed. You go,
You don't remember any of it?
no.
Well, that's terrible.
it's so scary.
That's not going to hold up in court, but that's terrible. I mean, that's super funny.
Oh, but
Your Honor, I was asleep. It's 3:00 in the afternoon. What are you doing outside?
this is a great segue into what I I'm crying. What I experienced in Tennessee.
It's a very emotional story.
And with all these night terrors that I've been going through,
Yeah.
it makes my story very unbelievable. But believe it because it happened. I was fully awake. Here's the story.
This happened outside Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Yes, and our Airbnb host told Andy that she will be watching this episode.
Is she watching the camera?
Yeah, she saw our note and everything like that. We left her some apparel from Sunday Cool Swag and let her know
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, I really did.
They had a guest book, so you guys.
We'll put up the picture. I took a picture of the guest book.
Yeah.
But
People can. She has an Instagram for her place, and so people could go stay, and we could start. We could give
Yeah.
this person business.
yeah, what's her name?
I think it's Kelly. I'll look it up.
Kelly.
What's
Kelly,
the name of the Airbnb?
what an amazing place you have. One of the best Airbnbs I've ever stayed at.
It was phenomenal.
She was a great host.
Aw.
I mean, she left us coffee cake,
What?
loaf of fresh sourdough bread.
all
Yeah.
from friends or family that have made it and everything like that.
That's really cool.
Crazy.
Yeah,
She was
Lisa.
Lisa.
Sorry.
What did you say, Kelly?
I don't know. Yeah.
Lisa. Miss Lisa. What a sweetheart.
Aw.
Which I'm saying this because I hope you're not offended by the next things I'm about to say. So I slept on the living room floor in this cabin
As you should have.
because
There was an extra bed, but we said no.
no, you sleep
You,
here.
you deserve this.
And the bathroom situation was just inconvenient with people sleeping in rooms, and it would be disruptive, all that stuff. So I peed off the front porch every night.
As a man would.
It's nature.
Come
So
Lisa.
Lisa, I'm sorry, but I did pee into the dirt, not onto your porch. Anyways, last night,
Yeah.
we're there. Wake up. No night terrors.
Like 2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m. I get up, and I pee like 6 times a night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking out. I'm peeing off the porch, and I'm just looking at the stars. I'm like, wow, these stars are absolutely amazing. And then I notice over here, there looks like a really bright star
Between trees.
between trees. So, like, we'll show a video
Yeah.
somewhere.
We'll roll it.
Maybe after the podcast.
Possibly.
Anyways, in the divot of these trees, bright star. And I like look and I'm like, wow. And it was like 2 seconds after making eye contact.
What'd you say? What'd you say when you saw it?
I said, whoa.
Oh, it's a nice star.
I said, wow, that's a bright star.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm not kidding you. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's like, okay, do you know when you're sitting there and you can just feel someone staring at you?
Ew, weird.
That's what I felt like with this star.
Oh no.
I just caught my attention. Like, are you looking at me kind of thing?
Yeah.
This thing went like this. Like sporadically. Erratically. Sporadic or erratic?
I think both apply.
Sporadically, yeah.
Sporadically and erratically.
Yeah. It was
Like up, down, side, side, up, down, side, side. Like this.
Hi, my name's Alien. Welcome to the Disney Channel.
And then
As soon as you did that, I was like,
that's funny. Did that. I'm
Yeah.
like, I go frozen fear. Peed all over my foot. And it like lightning bolt fast shot off over the horizon backwards. And I'm like, huh.
yeah.
And I went inside and I was so scared. I didn't go to sleep until like 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because that day we had just listened to the
High Strange.
the Betty and Barney Hill.
Yeah. That one's a trippy episode if you guys haven't listened to that.
Do they die?
No, but they show the recordings from them.
Oh my gosh.
They did
Their hypnosis,
the hypnosis therapy or whatever. And just the guy was screaming and crying and freaking out. He's like, I gotta get my gun. I gotta get my gun.
They're in my head. It's like, oh no.
The part where he says pulled over and it was there, he got out and he saw a man with big eyes and he said, his eyes.
Dude.
He said, I can't look away from his eyes. He's talking to me and I can't look away. His eyes.
Josh, stop.
And
I'm
like-
gonna got goosebumps. Stop it.
It was,
But
yeah,
it was
scary.
from what they said in High Strange, it was like the first ever recorded alien abduction.
Wow.
And this was in 1961, I believe. And they were a interracial couple. So he was black and she was white.
Yeah.
And so they didn't want all this publicity
Yeah, so
because it was just.
They covered this in American Horror Story, if you remember.
Did they really?
Was it Roanoke? No, that was
No, it was the
Roanoke.
second season.
Oh, got it. Yeah, that's true. That was a trip.
But it was someone that got a hold of the story through like the therapist or something, and they leaked it to the press. So that made it a little more believable
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
It was just like they didn't want the world to know.
yeah, someone had to
They
dig
were just
for it.
struggling with anxiety
Yeah.
and ended up going to 6 months worth of this counseling.
Crazy.
And she talked about like the experiments that they did on her, and like it was just like.
It's trippy.
But the way they first describe it is that they thought it was a star and it was moving sporadically and erratically, and then it came down. And so when I saw that, I was just like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
I was laying down. I said, God, I do not want to be taken. I don't want to be experimented on, please.
Hey, were we just talking at dinner the night before? I was like, if I got taken by, I don't think I mean, if I saw UFO, I don't think I'd be scared. Like we're talking about how scary it would be to see a UFO.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I was up when you got up and you looked at me and you just stood up. The first thing you said was, I saw a UFO last night.
It's
And I'm
hard
like-
to believe
and
him in
I
it.
just laughed it off and I was just like, okay. And he's like, no, I'm serious.
Well,
You get so jacked about it.
what?
No, I was gonna say I didn't believe you either. And then we go to conference the next day,
Oh yeah.
and I'm telling
Listen to this.
Tall Andy, I'm telling him, yeah, we're gonna talk about this thing on the podcast. Josh says he saw something, like spooky UFO, and then he's an overlander. He's talking about like these adventures. He's like, actually, I think it was his brother.
Yeah.
He was like, my brother was out kind of in Tennessee. We were doing this trip, and he said he saw a row of lights, and then one of them stopped. And he was like, that's weird. He said, and then it like did all this crazy movement and took off.
Like what I saw.
Literally what you saw.
I didn't give him Josh's story because
Yeah.
I was like, keep it for the podcast.
Jeez, interesting.
So if that guy
Wow.
is tall Andy, are you short Andy?
No, that's future Andy. That's what we figured out. It was like we met him, and I don't know how we got connected, but basically he's just me in the future because he's
a
bald,
really
but I'm
nice
tall.
guy.
Yeah, he's great, and there's his wife is awesome too. So shout out to the Flemings. But that is a crazy story.
Yeah.
That's wacky. But the thing is, if they are super smart and they know and they listen and they know how you think and they can see the content that we create and like consume it really quick like AI does, what if they're saying, of course we're going to pick out this, like interracial couple from the 60s because they're not going to say anything. What if I pick out this guy because obviously everyone's going to say you're making it up.
He's been having night terrors.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just
That would
We've
mean they've
been
been
watching
watching. Yep.
That's what I felt like it was. I'm just like, they know what I'm doing.
hey, they're sitting there, they're looking at you and they're saying, guess what? No one's ever going to believe you. And they just do a little dance and then they run away.
Well, no,
no.
Andy was sleeping on the back porch.
Yeah.
And
Johnny Dogs.
When it was doing it, I went like this. Like I was going to yell at Andy to get his attention.
I know, I was mad. I was like, why didn't you wake me up?
I go, and then it shot off. I'm like, well, if I yell his name out now, he's just going to be like, what? I'll be like, there was that.
There was that.
There was that thing. And I was like, why is your foot wet?
Paint on it.
Yeah,
Are you
Josh
having
is
a
like,
night terror, buddy?
It's okay. I wake you up while you're...
Josh goes, I saw a UFO last night. And I'm like, oh,
No, she goes, wow.
wow.
Cool, how was the rest of the trip?
It's so infuriating, though. And it makes me sad for all those people that have gone through something.
Yeah, to not be
No one
believed.
believes them.
No, it's crazy.
My own wife doesn't believe me.
I believe you.
Lisa's going to get the security footage. You're going to be like nose to the wall of the house.
Dude.
What if she sees you peeing?
What if...
She will definitely see me peeing.
What if the real story is you were hallucinating because you were just in your dream, and really in reality, she just kept seeing this guy who was just walking around and peeing outside.
She had her
And
flashlight.
she said that's a little flashlight, and then you saw her, and you were like, ah! And then she's like running away, and then that was the light shaking was her running away.
Dude, I was fully awake. I was fully awake.
I believe that. That's more likely.
So she climbed up a tree.
Because you were chasing her, probably.
Oh my!
It's a hill.
gosh.
Back down. No, I believe you. I told you I believed you.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, what does that mean?
Don't know.
What does it mean? I don't know. Like, it's terrifying. It's so scary just kind of like thinking of.
I mean, again, I don't believe in aliens.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's not aliens,
I
then
believe
what is it? That's
in-
even scarier if it's not just some animal creature.
It freaks me. I mean, I think it's either angels or fallen angels.
I know, but that's scarier.
I know it is scarier. That's why I was afraid.
Not angels.
Well, angels are scary
I
too.
would still be terrified
Yeah,
of an
but
angel if I
they
saw
are
them. That's why
benevolent.
what's the first thing they say every single time they meet somebody? Do not be afraid. You're like, okay, whew, okay.
You know, that's what they said
True.
to Betty and Barney Hill.
Really?
The first thing
Dude,
they said
that's what I
was,
was-
"Do not be afraid."
I was so scared when I heard that. That
Yeah,
part of the podcast.
all three of us were like,
It's such a phrase that you don't just hear that phrase a lot.
Yeah.
Like you don't. It's just not a common phrase in literature for sure. Like especially with biblical, like it's so noticeable when you hear that. And you're like, oh, I don't like that.
That's
So I was
really
the
interesting.
fact that they had to write that down.
Yeah.
I just
Man.
don't understand what angels would benefit from experimenting on humans.
Well, I think those would be fallen angels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still convinced there might be aliens.
Nah, I don't
That
think
scares
so.
me. I don't
But
know.
speaking of aliens, Mexico.
Oh, we haven't got to talk about that yet. It was literally after the pod in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I got on my computer. I was like, oh, well, apparently Mexico has aliens.
And
This
I'm
is
like,
one of those.
what?
It's one of those situations where this would have needed an emergency episode, but we could corral
Yeah,
everybody.
we can still
For real.
talk about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
So yeah, Mexico, they had this congressional hearing, and this biologist, I think he was, brought out these aliens that he claimed were. Someone said 1,000 years old, but then another source said that they're 16,000 years old.
Yeah.
What?
These mummified little bodies, and they look like ET. And
They have like that cast on them like that to protect them. So like what we saw wasn't originally, but I did see some people photoshopping and it was like, it's cake.
that's what is that?
Alien or
Wait.
cake.
You see that, Andrew?
But apparently if they're from Peru.
Funny.
Yeah, I don't buy it. at all.
Peru?
Miners.
They're not 7 feet tall.
That's true. There's nowhere near it. But yeah, they look so like aliens. People are like, if it looks like aliens,
That's what
they're
I'm
not
saying.
aliens.
Yeah.
Dude, Wendy's had the best social media take.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, what they say?
Have you seen it, Josh?
No.
It says when they pull the last burger out of the freezer.
So good,
Oh my gosh.
dude. Wendy's is the best,
Dude, it's a.
I thought they were fresh, never frozen.
Oh,
that-
you caught
What are you
them.
talking about? They're joking about. They're making stabs at other people.
Oh.
It's
emotional.
Whoa, conspiracy? Did Wendy's just admit on themselves?
Andy, you should be in marketing.
They have to be frozen.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's
I don't think so.
disgusting. If that cow has never been frozen.
And they ship it all over the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they probably have frequent shipments in probably controlled refrigerated areas, I'd imagine. There's no way they can say they don't never frozen. There's no way they can claim it without someone already blowing the
false
conspiracy.
advertisement.
I'll do a little
Yeah,
digging.
big time. It'd be like the Red Bull wings.
Andrew's
What
on
if
it.
what if it's not the burgers? What if it's like one product that they have, like their crackers for their chili?
Yeah, that's probably
Fresh, never frozen.
Yeah, exactly.
We never freeze the crackers.
Listen, we've never frozen our silverware. I promise you that. I will stand before a
It's
jury.
fresh. You can pull it right out of the package. But yeah, I think the alien stuff in Mexico
It's
is
whack.
I think it's just a hoax.
Yeah,
dude.
because last year it was like they claimed they had elves or something.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal. And it's like, okay. So
Elves?
they legit. I don't know. I hadn't looked into it, but it was like, this is the same guy behind the elves hoax. And I was like, okay. So it's like, but the fact that it got brought up before like the highest of like, I don't know, like the government in Mexico, that's hilarious to me. And like, if that happened in the U.S., it would have been even bigger. Like,
why would they do that though? Why would they entertain that?
it's a good distraction, or
Are they trying to like?
The dude had some right friends, so he's like, give me 5 minutes. It's like Shark Tank. I just need 5 minutes. Show them what I got.
Think about this scenario though too, where it's like the dark government, that controls the world, and it's like outside of the U.S. too, and they're like, man, there's been a lull on this alien stuff. Like we gotta get some out really quick. And Mexico's like, I'm on it. And then this shows, and they're like, are you serious?
That's what you bring? That thing?
We're losing them.
You could have got some blurry video footage. You had to actually create an alien.
I saw this interview from this guy from the CIA talking about he was told in 2008 that they're going to the CIA has this plan of slowly introducing more and more proof of aliens because they're preparing us, because they know in fact that in 2027 there will be a presence of some kind.
Oh geez.
And they don't want people to go into mass panic.
Hysteria.
Yeah.
So they're like conditioning us to be like,
no, that's 100% probably what's going to happen.
No, I know,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's why I'm like so not sensitive to it now, though too. And I feel like it's been happening for a while. Like even when we had our encounter at Andrew's house, I was just like, "Yep." And then when you said that thing about the UFO, I'm like, "So?"
it's crazy.
Dude, because it was weird because that same night in Tennessee, I was out and I was on the phone with Kelsey.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's a full gravel parking lot on this top of this hill. So I'm sitting back there and it's really, really dark. It's 10 o'clock at night and I'm out by the truck and I'm just talking to Kelsey and I hear like someone steps on the gravel.
Ooh.
And it's around the truck. And so I look around and it just gets faster. It's like, sounds like someone is running on the gravel.
Stop it!
To the point where it got right to me.
Oh.
And I looked down and I don't know if it was my shadow or what, because I moved. I turned around like that and I saw something black on the ground, then it moved.
Shut up.
But it's like, I didn't see it. I didn't see anything. And I was like, that was so scary because it was like, it was real. Like I was talking, just talking on the phone.
It was like 10 minutes before that. We were sitting on the back porch and there's like a,
yeah, there was really something strange. But I didn't
and
hear that.
I just kept on going.
Yeah.
And everyone else was just talking.
Yeah.
I think Clarissa's
No, yeah,
the
there's
only
a couple-
one that
yeah,
like
yeah.
noticed me going like,
Yeah, I think she heard it too. It was wacky.
I'm like, is no one freaking out right now?
Hey!
There was a monster noise that just came from the parking lot.
My name's Keegan. Followed you.
Shut up! Oh my gosh!
Anyways, Lisa, thank you so much for letting us stay there.
It was
Yeah,
a great.
you might want to inspect your monster situation.
But for real, if you guys are ever near Murfreesboro, we'll try to link the Instagram or the
It
Airbnb.
is a dope place.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
very
said
good.
it like
So-
sits on like almost like 100 acres or something.
It's
like that.
huge, and there's just tons of deer.
Yeah.
And we filmed the podcast in it, which we didn't technically ask for permission, but hopefully she's okay with it.
Yeah.
But we're showing off your house. It's a beautiful house.
Yeah, this
we
will bring her
wanted to
business
show
for
it
sure.
off. Yeah. Anyways, aliens.
Scary, man. Was there anything else, aliens, while you guys were gone? I don't think there was anything.
They invaded America while we were on the boat.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, there was something.
You were on a flight recently, though. You right?
Yes.
Yes, and everyone saw the footage of you. I'm assuming it was you. The guy who pooped up and down the inside the plane. That was you, right?
Yeah.
That was you?
Yep.
Did you see that news?
No, what?
Dude, there was an international flight from America to like Romania or something. It was some random European country. This man had uncontrollable diarrhea
2 hours into the flight
to where he was running from a seat and it was just down the whole hallway strip thing.
There's videos of it. You see
there's videos of it?
You could see the brown. It's just
they literally had to turn the plane around, and then when they landed, everyone had to get off. They had to rip the carpet up. It was that bad.
What did he eat?
Probably that alien cake.
Whatever John ate that one time when he had his bad flight.
The Atlanta sushi. That's what got
Dude, that's
me.
probably dude. I was like, I saw that. I was like, I cannot believe.
That's so sad for that guy.
That's what I'm saying. I feel
he's so
bad. Luckily, there's no video of him like that the crazy lady.
Yeah,
but golly, man.
But if he ever comes on the podcast, he has his poop story.
Has the poop story.
We should get him for the pod just for that sake.
Dude,
that'd be awesome.
I would love to hear his side.
Like a Tosh.0 web redemption.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're a fan of the pod, please reach out to us.
Oh man,
but you have to prove it.
Just,
somebody find the poop guy.
You get that DM. Hey, I'm
the poop guy.
I'm the guy.
But while we're on the topic of Mexico, did you see what was happening in Mexico this past week?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, one thing, I want to apologize to all the people of Mexico. Cinco de Mayo is not their Independence Day.
I saw that comment.
I'm looking better and better, guys.
Yeah, you are.
I was like, I didn't think that was Independence Day.
It was celebrating a battle when they beat the French in a battle.
Oh, cool. Good.
Yeah.
Go.
But they just
French.
I think they just had their Independence Day like last week or something.
Cool.
So they had their like military parade through the capital, Mexico City.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, guys?
Right? I don't know. Guess who else was there?
Who else was that?
Guess what other military presence were
Putin.
there?
Huh? Who?
The Russians and the Chinese.
No way.
Fart.
Yes.
They're gonna
What
join
is happening here?
BRIC.
That's not good.
And
They
I'm
joined
like,
in BRIC?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, man.
And so
What about NAFTA?
Don't know.
Hey, Trump was trying to work for BRIC. Building the wall. Anyway, keep going. That's scary, though.
I know.
I mean, look. I mean,
I'm
hopefully
like-
we're just being friends, but there's got to be something more to it.
Just be friends with them.
Sure,
You can't just be friends with
Sure,
them.
you can.
When they're marching their military through your streets.
That's like a guy that's like he finds out like in like the 1930s, like he's like, hey, like who'd you hang out with last night? My buddy Jeremy Adolf, and like, wait, what? It's like what? Listen, it's just like he's not working. It's just like we're just hanging out as friends. We're just friends.
You can't just hang out.
with Adolf Hitler. That's scary.
I know.
And those are our friends of the south border.
I know. We gotta repair our relationship with our buddies.
Can we have the president of Mexico on here? And we can just
come on.
We're not leaving until we figure it out.
Come on.
The president of the Mexico.
The president of the Mexico.
The Mexico. I'm sure there's multiple, so I just want the Mexico, the one.
Yeah.
Because there's the new one. There's the old one.
Yeah.
I saw a video of Casey Neistat like pushing through the sidewalk. Do you see that?
I saw that.
And he dives down and said the top comment says, "This boy just found Old York."
That's funny.
I keep seeing stuff like that where people like go through these holes in the street and go. Have you ever heard of dead air?
No.
It's a risk that you run when you go into these like enclosed places that have been closed for a long time. Basically, what it is it's all like nitrogen or something,
Some type of gas.
But it's like it mimics oxygen in that you feel like you're filling your lungs, except for you're getting no oxygen, and so you think you just die.
Just suffocate.
You just suffocate.
So it's air just being. I don't know, that's weird. Like without oxygen for so long, and like that's so
Where
weird.
would those places be? Like in like
in that.
Like a sealed off cave or something?
Yeah, I mean, like think about like in Edinburgh, like how the city was built on top of the city, and how that happened in New York as well. It's the same scenario. So when you're going into these pockets, beware.
That's
Beware the dead hair.
That's I saw that was like advice you don't really expect to hear, but you really need to know.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, if you ever see somebody in a crawl space or like in a tight area and they're like not moving and they're dead or asleep or something, do not crawl in after them, because something in that tunnel or crawl space is probably what killed them, like the air alone. So it's like there's been cases of that where people will crawl in trying to keep saving people, and they just keep recycling because it's all from the air.
Oh.
And so it's just like scary, like to know, like
New fear.
yeah.
Cool.
Hey, just don't ever save anybody. That's
Don't
what I'm
save
saying.
anybody.
Oh.
Don't be a hero.
But speaking of dead air, we got it. Don't go anywhere. Get it? Because I did dead air.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear that? What was that? What is that? Is that a UFO?
No, it's Sunday Cool Swag.
Whoa, that swag should be out of this world.
It is. It sure is, Andy.
Absolutely. If you go to SundayCoolSwag.com, guys, you have all of the merch that you could possibly want to support your favorite podcast in all of the world.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. And what about aliens wearing swag?
I'm all for it.
You're all for it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
am.
so that means not anybody on this planet could order it. Everyone in the universe should order it. So if you go to SundayCoolSwag.com, guess what? If you order, put in the promo code.
Andy doesn't have a dad.
Andy doesn't have a dad. Maybe there's a surprise. Maybe there is. Maybe it's a fake promo code I made up right now. So to make you go to our website and try it.
Yep. So do it.
Love you.
Love you. But Andy's dad doesn't love Andy.
Why would you say something so controversial?
I don't know.
It's really good when you can use like silence as a joke.
Yes.
Yes, because everyone knows that the main thing in comedy is timing.
Oh.
Shout out to Lamorne Morris,
Oh, yeah.
Winston,
Yeah.
the Bishop.
Winnie
Comment
the
on
Bish.
Winnie the Bish. Comment on our Instagram post. How stinking cool is that?
Yeah. He said,
Dream come
it's
true.
called the Willies, you dummies, or something like that.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
Okay, well, let me preface it with this. You
Yeah.
sent it to us, and Lily, we just put the girls down.
Uh-huh.
And this is one of the nights where I like just got back, right?
Yeah.
And I was so tired. I'm just like laying there. And she goes, she's leaning this way. I'm over here. She goes, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, what? And she's like, look, you just commented on her Instagram. And I said, Lily, you psycho. You can't. I was like, I'm like, you're not helping with my night terrors.
He said, I can't even enjoy this news.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, but wasn't that ad fun?
Oh man, I was probably honestly, I know it was a little controversial toward the end.
Yeah.
But overall, I loved it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know what time it is, Andy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Question corner with Lily. Where the questions are
Just on her mind.
I had sent Danny a couple of really good candidates for questions, and he used my least cool one because I think he was nervous.
But
Which
it
one
turned
did
out
you
to
do?
be the funniest thing. The time and place.
Yeah. I'll do both.
I'll do both. And he said, I've always wanted to live in a place that's like really safe.
And then I pick 1850s Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona.
So funny.
Okay. This one excludes Josh, but I'm asking for the participation of you three.
Okay.
If
Who's
someone,
the other who's the other?
Her.
oh, myself, you two, three.
Why does it
Look over,
exclude me?
there's an alien right here.
I'll ask if someone told you that they saw Josh arguing with someone in the street, what would you automatically assume they were arguing about? I'll go first. Nothing gets you hotter than road rage or parking situations.
Okay.
You get irrationally
Irrevertibly.
irrationally upset about parking in particular.
Okay.
Especially if we're going to an event or like a theme park and one of those like Karens is standing in the parking space
True.
to reserve it. I mean, it's like, do you want them dead?
No. No.
Close. Can you remember one specific like
Ice plant
moment?
Yeah, you're pretty high about ice plant park.
Yeah.
Because that parking was, first of all, the parking's insane there.
It's
yeah,
insane.
You can never get
Okay.
a parking spot.
I pulled up and there was an open parking spot.
Yeah.
And I'm going in. This lady stands in the parking spot.
That's
this.
crazy.
And I said,
That's crazy.
I said, and she said, no, he's coming. I said, he's not here. Move. And she's like, did the whole, gave me the bird and stuff. And I said, I'm going to lose it.
So you ran her over.
And so I hit her with my car.
That's great. That's craziness. Dropping someone off.
You can't do that.
You can't. That's crazy.
It's called a parking spot, not
Yeah.
a standing spot.
Yeah, I have moments where it's like Kelsey.
It wasn't that good. Right?
Right, guys. Is that what you yelled at her?
Yeah.
that was your big comeback.
It's called a parking spot, not a standing spot. She's like, nice one, loser.
That's
Like,
what you.
yo.
That's what you thought of in the shower like a day later. Like that's what I should have said. Yeah, I get pretty.
Oh no, I did joke about us parking and then like me like walking out like acting like my legs broken or something.
Just get some crutches or something.
Yeah.
Just start crawling for no reason.
Okay,
amazing.
Andy, what do you
Oh
think?
man, that's what I'm trying to think. I think we've seen it where it's like if you insult something you know is good, like just like Interstellar, right? Interstellar. There's like you have like the things that you love in your life, like certain cinema movies. Like if I told you Dune was mid, you would just be like, that's immediately wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's like, and so like, but if I was serious about it, that's the thing. Like if you know I'm joking, you won't engage. But there's times where it's like, if it's real, you 100%, you will fight to the death because you know it's right.
Yeah.
You know it's right.
I know exactly what Andrew's gonna say.
What?
In regards to answering the question,
Yeah.
oh, I'm curious because I don't even know what I'm
Oh,
gonna say.
then maybe-
Well, I figured
no.
last week we made it pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I'm missing something here.
Uh-oh.
We had a long argument last week about how fast or how long it takes to skin a deer and butcher it.
Yep.
Yep.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Nope.
Oh, then what were you gonna say?
I mean, I was gonna answer seriously, like if you're, because it takes a lot for you to actually be provoked to violence.
I guess by a
So-
stranger.
But like, what's the essence of a fight? She said, "Fight in the street." Are you just yelling at somebody? Or are
Argument.
you actually
Yeah,
okay?
argument.
Like I'm picturing something like, you know, like you're very protective of your family. So like
Yes.
if
Yeah.
Ada was like playing in the front lawn and someone like hauled by,
Oh,
No, what is
You
he?
would-
What is
you
he
would-
arguing about? What is he,
he argues
arguing
about everything though.
No, I don't. Just kidding.
I do not.
No, but yeah, I think if you were to actually get in a fight in the street, someone probably did
Yeah.
something dangerous.
That's the most realistic thing, I think.
Yeah.
If someone like was mean to my kids or my wife or something like that,
yeah, because like
Obviously.
obviously.
yeah.
That's the most obvious answer.
Yeah.
But going back to the fight, I still think it's possible to. What I said was take the shoulders, take the hindquarters, backstrap, tenderloin. I think you can do that in 30 minutes on a Florida deer.
Maybe you can.
Possibly you can.
Maybe you can.
If you're an avid hunter in the comments and you've shot a deer in Florida and successfully skinned it in 30 minutes or plan to
Not
film
skinned it.
skin, like the whole thing,
It was
that list of things that I
it
just
was
said.
skin it. It was gut it, skin it, and then portion out your meat.
And then bop it, twist it.
Can I say something?
Crank it.
Pop it. I kind of want to do one of these can of worms.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know
I
if
see
it's
the,
one
I
of-
see the look in
What,
her eyes.
what is that
It's gonna
I
be some-
smell? Is that a freshly opened can of worms?
I don't know if this is going to get me in trouble or not, but a hot button I have in our household. Let's go. That gets him so mad every time is one time when we started dating early when we started dating, we were eating like a snack.
I can't wait for this.
We were eating a snack. And he asked me,
Don't do this. She makes this up. This is a made-up story.
Let her finish it.
So annoying. It's so annoying.
Go for it.
He said, I'm crying. He said,
Again.
Do you think it's gross when you lick your fingers after a snack? Cause my Uncle Brian really thinks it's gross.
What? That's he just asked that question? But he do it like that?
And it sounded like he was in middle school.
It's not true.
This is such a weird thing to bring up.
I know. She just likes to bring it up to make me sound dumb.
He goes,
I didn't do that. Have you ever heard me go,
do you think it's gross?
If I had the time, I would grab a montage of you going from this
No,
podcast.
not. But she's going like,
Do you think it's gross when people lick their fingers after a
This is
snack?
how it
So
went.
we're
You wanna know how-
asking-
No, shut up.
Nope.
No. Listen. This is how it went. She's eating, and I go, do you think it's gross to like lick your fingers? And she's like, no, I'm like, my Uncle Brian hates when you lick your fingers. Just conversation.
So
Just conversation. We're getting to know each other. We just started dating.
The thing we're debating is it believable that Josh would do a voice while he's uncomfortable getting to know somebody and ask a random question that popped into his brain?
I think it's. I don't know if it happened. Like
believe
that,
you,
but
Lily.
I believe it's very funny. The way Lily's setting up is very funny. Because it sounds like something like a third grader would say.
What?
Like at recess, do you think it's gross when you lick your fingers after snacks? Because my Uncle Brian thinks so.
That's exactly how it happened.
Just picturing him holding
I don't
up
believe it happened. I'm just saying it's a funny scenario if it did.
Get some like
Yeah.
Cheeto dust on your fingers.
The amount of people she's told that story to,
I can't believe I've never heard it.
yeah, it's because it's not true. It's not.
Is.
No, it's not.
I love that that's always in the back of your mind, though. Would that be classified as an ick for you?
No,
I
I think it's so funny. But he gets so mad
Because
when I bring it up.
she's making up a story about me.
No.
Hey, she believes that you saw a UFO. I think you should believe
She
that
doesn't believe me.
She heard.
I do.
I think she does.
Anyways, did you guys hear about the iPhone 12 in France being banned?
Yes.
What?
And I heard
An
why.
older one? Why?
The iPhone 12 because they tested it and it gives off the more radiation than what their law in France is like. If a device gives off a certain amount of radiation, it is banned from France.
Yeah.
They have just banned the iPhone 12.
no.
So if you have an iPhone 12, maybe don't carry it in your pocket.
Did you see
Only
that
in France, though.
They solved the issue by sending all those phones a new software update? Okay.
Less. It's like all the benefits, like you know how they say like updates and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like what it helps is like I was like, oh, the flashlight will be brighter. Oh, you're gonna have quicker movement to apps. Also less radiation.
Radiation poisoning and die.
Longer life expectancy.
That's so sketchy.
I know. And
That stuff scares me so much.
you only have to get rid of it in France though, so you're fine.
Oui, oui.
It's only the phones in France.
These phones have too much radiation.
Oh. So, but aren't they coming out like number 15, like in 2 weeks?
I think so.
Yeah. So it's like,
Oh my gosh.
listen, if you have an iPhone 12 anyway,
Do I have like an 8? It's like an 8.
it's a 3.
8 or 9.
Lame.
How are you living?
But yeah.
Dude, our sister-in-law has a 5C.
That's pretty cool.
Madison?
Yes.
Oh.
5Cs are pretty dope.
5C.
5C. What
It's
cut?
about 10 generations behind.
Yeah, for real.
Paige just got a 14 Pro and I like bullied her. She got rid of the 10. But like I thought that was extreme.
You want to trip down history lane?
Yeah.
Ooh, please.
Do you know who France Ferdinand is?
Yes.
Yeah.
France, I should say.
He did a bunch of music in the early 2000s.
It was the 90s.
no, that was early 2000s.
Was it?
Franz Ferdinand
Yes.
was the heir to the Austrian throne, and his assassination caused World War I.
Yes.
Okay.
Archduke.
Okay. I don't know anything about World War I, so this is great. So that's what started it.
Wait a
I'll-
second. What it was so funny on the last podcast that we watched when
Oh,
Andrew
he
was
said.
like,
Okay, you said Berlin. Okay, so Berlin's a country.
So Berlin is a country.
Nope.
Okay, so I think I'll follow you. Berlin's a country. Nope. Cool. Never mind.
All right, forget about it.
This
From
is,
the top.
This is a butterfly effect.
Okay.
The butterfly effect of Franz Ferdinand's assassination led to Japan being overrun by raccoons.
What?
Oh, I'm ready for this.
A direct connection.
Really?
Yes.
I'm ready for this.
Okay, I'm going to try to... I didn't really write the notes down, so I'm going to try to remember all I can. Franz Ferdinand is assassinated. World War I breaks out. Germany's the bad guy. Boo.
Ooh, Germany.
Typical.
Germany loses.
Yeah.
Which causes Germany to go into a great depression. Their country was in ruins.
Oh, we're very sad.
That's
That was French.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
That's good though.
Yeah, okay.
Berlin's a country.
Got it.
So Germany's in chaos. The Nazi party rises up. We're going to save the country.
Hooray.
But by saving the country, we're going to try to take over the world.
Oh.
World War II breaks out. Germany's the bad guy. Guess who also joins World War II?
Japan.
Japan.
Ding, 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 ding.
What were you going to say?
I have no idea. Someone else.
Japan joins the war. Also bad guys.
To us.
We
They probably
beat-
thought they were good guys.
maybe.
Perspective.
Yeah, perspective. They're bad guys to us. But they're bad guys to a lot of people too. They did a lot of really terrible things to the Chinese and South Koreans.
Yeah.
Or Koreans at the time.
Yeah.
We beat Japan. America moves in and occupies Japan.
Okay.
With that, they bring in comic books, right?
Anime.
Which leads to Japan creating anime.
Wow.
Got it.
Then an anime show came out to where the anime characters were raccoons. And everyone in Japan loved this anime of raccoons.
Yeah.
So everyone started
Keeping them.
raccoons weren't even in Japan. They started importing raccoons.
Ew.
And now Japan is like overrun by raccoons.
Really?
No.
Yes.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy. That's nuts. So, thanks, Ferdinand. Thanks for all
Ferdinand.
the raccoons.
So presently it's overrun by raccoons?
Yes.
Oh no.
That's
I
actually
think
why
they
their
have like
government's in shambles right now, because the raccoons are actually the people in the government.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they're electing raccoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they probably have like a law or something to where like you can't kill a raccoon. I don't know.
Because of the
They don't
cartoon?
have guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have guns in Japan?
Be pretty.
The citizens don't.
Be pretty gnarly to try to kill a raccoon without one.
Yeah. It'd be terrifying
scrappy.
actually.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
we've never tried to kill a raccoon without a gun.
Nope.
I'll tell you about a time my dad tried to kill a raccoon with a gun.
Tell
There
us.
was a rabid raccoon in our backyard, and our family dog was like trying to go get it, which this dog is like basically a wiener dog in size. And it was rabid. I mean, like its shoulder had been bitten out, and it was like
Yeah.
trying to get our dog. And my dad calls the police as a responsible citizen. He says, "Hey, we have a rabid raccoon." And he's like, "You guys could come out, or I could just put it down. I have my own gun." But they live in like a neighborhood with a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And he goes out and he shoots it, gets it. But it's like zombie movies. He shot that thing 6 times
Jeez Louise.
before it was down. Horrifying. I think it traumatized him.
Yeah.
Yuck.
And it must have been a crazy type of weird raccoon, because by the time he got up close to it, it already turned back into his neighbor's dog. It's a werewolf type of thing. That's a Dwight Schrute quote.
We did a camping, or it was the last camping trip that we were on.
Yeah, the last one. Yeah.
And
Like 2 years
our
ago.
island was, we were at war with the raccoons.
Yeah.
Ew, really?
And there was a bear apparently
There
there.
was, there had to have been hundreds of these raccoons,
Yeah.
dude.
I couldn't count
And
them.
they were stealing our food. They were getting into all of our stuff.
We would wake up in the morning and all the dew would be set, and you would just see paw prints of mud,
Thousands.
like all over our tents, all over our food and everything. Like you would just see little paw prints of all these raccoons everywhere.
So one night, we didn't have a gun, or we did have a gun, but we're not going to shoot on this island
No.
or whatever. But we had a couple of hatchets, and
You did not.
we were trying to kill these raccoons.
Because we're sitting there, we're all talking,
And
it's midnight,
and they're coming up to the fire and
It's
stealing
not
our
your
food.
island. It's their island.
Hey, we're at
My
war.
island.
Hey, we're there. We were battling, and they won because
They
we
did.
left the next day, and they stayed alive. So
Yeah. But no, yeah, they were so confident. We were sitting by the fire. They would walk up to us and steal our food, like basically out of our lap.
Yeah, and these are like zoo animals. These are literally on an island in the wilderness. It's death, or like it's life or death at this point.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
but and at night it was terrifying. Like in the trees, all you hear is
Ew.
and we're just all like,
Yo, did you see there's a monkey in Park Place, by the way?
No.
Park Place neighborhood. But you had said something about there being a bear on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Andy?
no.
It was me. It just, speaking of bears, did you see that there was a bear at Disney World?
What?
They had to shut down parts of Magic Kingdom, like all of like the Adventure Island, like all of it, just because there was a black bear loose. It probably was a panda bear. Honestly, they never confirmed what type of bear it was.
True.
They just said bear.
Pandas are spies.
Are you guys going to tell a story about Andy wandering in the woods?
I thought we did.
It was
thought
on
we
the
had two.
episode that got canned.
Was it?
I thought.
Oh,
No, I don't know. We'll have to tell that sometime.
yeah. We'll set it up.
We'll save it for that's a special story.
That is a very special story.
From
Because
the same
I
camping
heard someone
trip.
has to show us something.
Give us a band.
Oh, no. I haven't thought of one.
Favorite 2000s band.
You guys should do Jefferson Airplane. White Rabbit.
Oh, jeez.
What is that?
Never mind.
Yeah, that's
Take
a
you
hard
for a
one.
ride?
No.
Oh no.
Is that the one pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small?
I don't know that song.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
I can't think of anything. I'm gonna say.
Lana Del Rey.
Nice.
Andrew has a reel for us today. Gonna watch it and maybe hit replay. All right.
All right.
That was really good.
So I need you guys to pick martial arts, something to do with caves, or just shock factor.
Shock factor.
Shock factor. Okay.
factor. Whoop.
Hey!
Wait, I didn't say anything.
I know. I just opened my Instagram.
Okay. Hang on.
Oh my gosh, Lana Del Rey's literally on my phone right where I pulled it up.
Hey, by the way, while we're getting this, everyone go tag Sonic in our most recent Instagram post so they can sponsor us because they commented on our video on TikTok.
It wouldn't be the most recent when this comes out.
It
The
said-
one where we talk about Sonic.
Whenever you watch
It
it.
says Lana Del Rey says she hadn't planned to work at an Alabama Waffle House, but that she was offered a shirt after sitting in the diner for 3 hours.
That's weird. All right, real. Ready?
So this is what my
Volume?
this is
Okay,
what my
I'll-
Instagram feed looks like now.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Disgusting.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Isn't that nuts? Hold
That's
on.
pretty funny.
There's I know I've been doing like 2 because it's so short, but there's one more because we were talking about caves earlier, and this I used to love mountain biking, but there's no way I would ever do this.
Oh boy.
All right, it's there.
Nightmare.
Oh, I love cave diving.
It's a mine shaft.
Oh,
That's so stupid.
it is.
You silly boys. Or girls.
Or girls.
Yo, that's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't walk it.
No.
Imagine you just see something standing in one of those like crevices in the corner.
I'm like, there's got to be a spider.
That'd be perfect for a jump scare right there. Scary. Would you rather go, like, are you afraid of like bungee jumping or something like that, or like base jumping? No.
I've
What would be
done
a
bungee
what would be tough like for you not to like to consider going cave diving? What would be something where like okay that would maybe
This
that
or
would
that?
be tough, like maybe like an extreme sport that would be like, oh, I can't do that. That would be I'd rather cave dive than that, because cave diving is the worst extreme sport of all time. I think
Yeah.
it's got to be.
I've always wanted to go skydiving. I think I would do it, but I think that I'd be really scared.
Demi wants to go so bad.
Really?
Yeah, she saw some videos and we've been talking about it. She wants to go. I think you have to be 18 though.
She's the coolest
I was
kid.
she's 8 though. She'd
No,
probably
I think
make
it's
it.
like 16. 16, you have to have
Really?
your parents sign
I'll
off
have
or
to let her-
whatever.
I'll have to let her know that.
Have I told my
Nope.
skydiving story?
You were talking off podcast about it the other day.
Okay.
We both have good skydiving stories.
You went skydiving too?
Oh yeah, with Uncle Alex.
Don't know what that means.
Who's that?
Just Uncle Alex. Alex.
Oh, Alex from the show?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like,
All right.
No, okay.
Not sure what that was.
You know, Uncle Alex.
Yep.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Okay, I went skydiving once and it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where were you?
Sever Hills,
Okay.
which is in Florida. It's probably not great for them if you're hearing this. Everyone else had a good time except me.
Yeah.
My guy, there's no whatever, but he was a large man.
Yeah.
Not tall. I was taller than him, but he had to have been 300 pounds.
Yeah.
And he reeked of alcohol.
Oh, good.
no.
Very good.
And he was acting a little intoxicated.
Like he smelled
Not
of
like
alcohol.
blatant,
Yeah.
but just like, all right, here we go. And so we get on, and I'm like, oh, why do I get this guy?
Oh no, you have bad feelings the whole time.
Yeah. And we're going, and like, because you're strapped into him, like on the plane, right? And so you're sitting, and so his
Yeah.
head's just like right here. And it's just, I'm like, ugh, stinks, man. And get to the door, I'm like, I'm a little nervous, right? Because you're about to jump out of a plane. He's like, all right, ready? He's like, when you jump out, head back, like arms out, whatever. Jump out. Like, wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then he pulls the chute. And then all of a sudden, the strap
Just
around my
crushes you.
groin,
Oh no.
like it felt like my everything was going to rip off.
Yeah. Just get
Like my legs, everything. It was just all my weight on these two straps going around my groin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ow, ow.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, crap. He said, I forgot to buckle you in on the back.
Oh my goodness.
And so I'm just hanging like this.
dude.
And I'm like, ow. And he's like, oh, crap.
One second. He like pulls a flask out.
And he like stuck his feet out straight. He's like, push up on my feet. And so I like got on his feet and I push up and he goes, click.
Oh my goodness, dude.
I was being suspended in the
Yeah.
air, attached to this
One little buckle.
intoxicated big man with two straps
man.
around my legs. And then to make it everything better, we're going down and he's like, ready to spin? I said, no. I really don't want to. And he's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, okay, I'm good.
no.
And he's like, other way. And he's spinning this way. I said, please stop. I'm like, I'm getting sick, dude.
Start throwing elbows.
And then he stops. I'm like, I'm going to puke.
Oh.
And as soon as my feet touch the ground, I go.
With the guy
And
attached to you?
Yeah. And he said, don't throw up on my chute, bro. And I said,
Dude.
get me out of here, please. I'm just like sitting on the ground, just going. Ugh, ugh. I'm like, my groin hurts.
He just leans back, just first time.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate, but I would
That's
go
so fun.
again.
That's you seen that video of the guy that does the paragliding but doesn't get buckled in?
Yes.
It's like 2 minutes of this dude hanging hundreds of feet off the ground. One of the craziest videos of all time. Survives the whole thing, drops from like 15 feet.
What was your crazy story?
Well, Alex calls me because his buddy was paying for him and one of his friends. So Alex could pick whoever. And so Alex calls me and he's like, hey, you want to go skydiving? It's free. And I said, terrified of heights, but I'm in because it's free and it's an experience. Let's do it. And so we drive there and it's out like Wichita, Kansas. It's not a legit place at all. But we're getting there a little early, so we get lunch. I make the mistake of eating Mexican food at Applebee's before we go. It was like our last supper. So we drove out and everything into this just a big tin building in the middle of a cornfield, and we walk in and we have to walk underneath the plane that had duct tape on the wing.
No.
Like a movie. And it was not even like tight on there. It was like the end was fringing off. I took a picture of it. I said, this is insane. It's crazy. And so I'm getting kind of scared and nervous and stuff. And like, we have to watch the video and we have to get strapped in. I have to be connected to the shortest guy because I was the most overweight. And so we get two at a time and I'm basically being baby Bjorn the whole way by this like freaking like just stacked dude. And we get into the plane and everything and my stomach's gurgling. I'm starting to get like the nervous like gases, right?
Yeah.
And we get into this tiny plane, and you get to the very back, and it's knees to chest.
Yeah.
Not a great way to hold in gases.
You fart?
So I it starts sleeping out, and then Alex is right in front of me. He says, "Dude, you have to stop."
Like you were farting the whole time?
Like, yeah, but it was like silent, but you could just smell it. It was the worst. And I was like, dude, I can't. I'm sorry. And so
Open a window.
we're about to go. We have my guy, his guy, Alex, me, and then the pilot. And we look over and they say, "What's that?" And they look over on the wing, and there's drops coming from the center of the wing from like one of the divots. And you go, like, the people, they get out and then they start looking and they start tapping and sniffing it and everything like that. I'm like, oh, I think it's gasoline. I'm like, and then they say, I think one of us just overfilled the tanks. And then they get back in and we start going down the runway. I'm like, we're going off a maybe? And I'm like, okay. But then like the pilot's acting like super like funny and trying to like get along with us while we're going down the strip. He's like, so he's turned around making jokes and stuff. And like, you just want to say, just focus. So I have my head down. I'm farting. It's terrible. And you just do circles, like all going all the way up. And it's just the whole time you're dropping. It's like a crappy plane. And it's so loud, you have to scream and everything like that. And so it's just, I'm doing deep breaths, I'm freaking out. And then suddenly the engine stops. They idle the engine. Uh-huh. The thing is, I didn't know that's what they did. Like, so it's like you have this huge loud engine and then suddenly you're just like floating and you don't hear anything. And they're like, all right, it's time to go. I'm like, yeah. Die. So they get up, Alex jumps out and the door's there and I'm hanging out, the wings right there. And they have like a duct taped handlebar that's like neon. They're like, grab the bar. I'm like, no, duh. Like, cause like he has me pointing, like, I'm just like just, it's crazy. And so I'm holding on. He says 3, 2, and he counts me down a couple of times and my knees are shaking. I can't. And so he just shoves me. We just do a front flip and we do flip after flip. And then the freaking things, instead of going right close up, they weren't tight enough. And so when we landed, they went those braces on the legs and they went down to my calves. Oh. And so my feet were up like this. My feet were up like this and I had to like shimmy them underneath my knees so I could sit up straight and normal. But the whole time I was like, it was terrifying, dude. And so then I landed, but then like they told me, it's like, yeah, that's normal. We have to idle the engine like with that type of plane or something. I don't know. But it's like to hear from it's just
they didn't prep you very
crazy.
well.
No, I was not paying attention. I was so scared.
You got a free skydive.
I was about to say, it was free.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
nightmare.
Dude,
so
it was
funny.
scary.
No, I'm not sure I want to do it.
Speaking of almost dying,
did
you know that there's 3 things that will be revealed after our deaths that exist now?
What do you mean?
What?
What is that? That's so vague. Like, does it us specifically?
The world.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok and I'm like, this is crazy. There is a letter from Queen Elizabeth written to the mayor of Sydney. This was like, I don't even know, 50 years ago that she wrote this letter. And she says, please don't open this letter until 2085. And
wait, who says I'm not living till 2085?
Yeah, I mean, that would be probably the one that we might be able to see.
Yeah.
But we're going to be real old.
I'd be 90, right? Yeah, I think it's around there.
Yeah, around there.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, it says like, and it's like hidden or it's being held in a like secret vault in Sydney, Australia.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
What could be that important?
Don't know.
Weird.
She's just like, hi, smiley face.
Are you into Me Too? She just put the wrong year. And so she's like, no.
No, but it's like handwritten on the front. It says, let me see if I can.
That's weird.
Yeah, old cursive is really hard to read.
That's something. That's a lot of stuff has happened by that time.
It says, greetings. In a suitable day to be selected by you in the year 2085 AD, would you please open this envelope and convey the message? Something? To Sydney. Something my message to. I don't know. But it was signed Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth.
That's insane. I want to know. I want to know. Someone's got to steal that. Just steal it. Somebody.
It's mysterious.
Yeah,
it's like, what is it going to be revealed? Like something big?
When did she send it?
I don't know. This letter looks old, man.
Yeah, it's like,
who knows?
Oh, like at least 3 years ago.
Yeah. But then there's a movie called 100 Years. The movie you'll never see.
Oh.
And this, I forget the director's name. I should have written it down. But it's starring John Malkovich.
Okay.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
John Malkovich.
Yeah.
and it's to be released in theaters or to the public in 2115.
Really?
So they filmed it
They're
in
just time
2015.
vaulting
They
Wow.
filmed it in 2015, and no one will see it
Yeah.
until 100 years goes by.
Lame.
That's kind of lame. I mean,
There's no trailer, there's no teaser.
You know, there's gonna be something where it's like it's gonna have such a great build up, and it's really gonna be terrible.
Just a terrible movie.
It's gonna
Or
be
it could
like-
like,
Yeah.
what if they know exactly what happens to us and they just made it?
What
a
if John
movie?
Malkovich is a time traveler?
Weird.
And then that would make you want to watch.
Was that
every
real?
single movie.
That was. And then the last thing, which was super weird, Jackie Kennedy's bloody pink suit, the suit that she was wearing
Yeah.
when JFK was shot, it's been held like in a vault, secret, like no one's allowed to see it. And they said they will release it to the public October 26, 2103.
Weird. Why?
Alien blood.
Don't know.
Alien blood.
How random is that though?
Dude, there's so many things around that case. We have
Yeah.
to do a deep dive in that case because it's crazy.
We will avenge
you. I will avenge you, JFK.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wacky stuff, right?
Hey, is it fan mail time?
Oh yeah.
Hey. Fan mail.
What, you got something?
Yeah, this is from the Cobes in Texas.
Oh.
They sent us diapers?
Yep, they sent us diapers because we're a bunch of babies. All right, tortilla chips.
Aw, we
Nice.
love you,
Oh,
Cobes.
snap. HEB hookups. You guys know about the HEB?
Nice.
No.
No.
Okay, it's like this big Texas chain of grocery store, and they're absolutely
Also, I
incredible.
just want to say, Dalton, if you're watching this, I never offered those back to him. Those are his size.
I thought he said you can keep them. Like here.
Did he say that?
I thought he said I thought that's what he said, to keep them here for the pod.
I think he
So-
said they're still his, but they can stay here.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, when we're done with the podcast, we'll send them back.
Yeah, whenever we eventually quit.
You mean like next episode?
Probably.
But maybe
This is
he'll-
great.
The
Is
only
that
reason,
salsa?
The only reason
Yeah.
he'll need it is if he gets called into action.
True.
Like, what if like Japan calls and they have to they go into a war or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Dude, he would have to fight on their side.
Oh no.
Husband against wife.
Yeah, a ton of seasonings, a ton
my
of sauces.
gosh.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
they
And
hooked
some
us up.
candles. Look
Wow.
at that. That's perfect.
Okay, here's my gift. Not mine.
We
Someone
love you,
sent it.
Cobes.
We love you, Cobes.
They reached out to me on Instagram, and they are a glass blower.
That's cool.
Which
Yeah.
is your weird obsession?
I
Dude,
do love
did she
glass
tell you how much this cost? All this stuff right here?
No.
Like originally? Go, yeah. It's
Okay.
crazy.
Kaboom Glass is her Instagram, right? Yeah, I think it's
Yep.
Kaboom Glass. Dear Ninjas, our Butterflies crew, thank you so much for all the laughs and entertainment. That brings me joy. I've sent you 6 pendants of my glass art. I specialize in making zombies and monsters. Much
Cute.
love. And so these are what she sent us, and they're super cool. This little
Green goblin thing.
Cool.
Frankenstein.
This purple goblin thing.
Cool.
It's got glitter on it.
Yeah.
She's the glitter perpetrator.
These are perfect for Halloween.
This one, super cool. The teeth are crazy.
They're actually real teeth. Real teeth.
The way you
teeth.
looked at it in fear for a second.
This one, and then this one's my favorite. This. Look at the eyes, dude.
Whoa.
It's like it's
That's
so
so-
like real.
Dude, they're so fun.
And it looks like they're like made like you can put it on like a necklace or something.
Yeah.
That's a serious talent.
And then she did
Glass
this cool little leaf,
Incredible.
this green leaf
blowing. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's
that you
awesome.
could throw on a necklace or something.
Beautiful.
Gorge.
Put it on my nose ring.
That would be cute.
Yeah,
And no one even notice it too.
like that.
Yeah. And just falls and breaks.
So Kaboom Glass, go check them out, dude.
Please. And actually,
Very
HEB
talented.
as well.
Very talented.
Very. Our fans are the best, dude.
Yeah.
Absolute best. Thank you guys so much for watching. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Go buy some swag.
Go buy some swag.
SundayCoolSwag.com.
Yes. Also, I was supposed to. People are gonna say
You didn't
Yeah.
talk about the Illuminati.
because I said that we were gonna do that next time we were together. I didn't have time to prepare. Next episode, I will prepare
Yes.
a full
We got a lot of stuff.
Full thing on the Illuminati.
Good,
The
because
occult.
I don't know enough.
Huh?
I don't know enough.
Good. I will show you. Tell you.
I will show you.
I will show you.
Hash.
I'll show you everything you need to know about the Illuminati.
That was good.
That was good.
That was very good.
That was JFK.
JFK.
Yeah.
That's not what your country can do for you, but for you, it can do your country.
That was good
Okay.
too. That was good too.
Yeah, mine was better. But yeah, guys, make sure to like this video and
Share,
give
review,
review
podcast.
us 5 stars. Leave a written review. I read them all.
Tell a friend about the pod.
Tell a friend about a podcast. This podcast, not a podcast. This one.
Listen, we have enough people sending reels and shorts and all our short little highlights of the pod to their friends, and that's convincing them, saying this is the greatest pod I've ever seen. So
looks
just keep doing it.
just like you.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't it? A little bit, like when he's like really angry.
Exactly.
The teeth's almost too good on that one.
Yeah.
Are you concerned that they're real?
You keep bringing it up. All right, love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Did I say ninja? I meant the butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations.
I said empty your mind.
You learn martial arts! Ninjas attack!
We have to document this.
Okay.
So here we are.
2:30 in the morning. I walk out. Because the bathroom too far.
Yeah.
This is closer.
Yes.
Nature's bathroom. I'm peeing through the rung.
Through the rung?
Yes.
That's actually impressive.
That little dip
Right there.
in between those
Okay.
trees.
Yeah.
A light. Because I was looking around because the stars are amazing out here. Every time I come out to pee, because I pee like 6 times a night, I'm looking at the stars. And I'm even noticing how the time goes on, they're moving, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How the Earth works. I look, I'm like, that's a really bright star.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and it was like, so I like look in, saw it. I'm like, wow, that's a bright star. 1, 2, does this. And then it goes back, like a lightning bolt fast. And I go, and I peed on my foot. You can actually probably see a little
Which
bit where I peed. There's a stick bug. Maybe I peed on the stick bug.
Did you kill that stick bug with your pee?
I don't know.
Do you believe Josh saw a UFO?
I believe Josh thinks he saw a UFO.
Kaylee, do you think Josh saw a UFO last night?
A UFO?
He said he saw it. Do you believe him?
No, not my dreams. I was out here peeing.
Is that a UFO?
Jace, do you believe Josh saw a UFO last night?
What?
Do you believe that Josh saw a UFO last night?
Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah.
Colt? Colt?
Yo.
What do you think?
I think he's lying.
All right, Clarissa.
Because you want attention, Josh.
I think he was too tired.
Yeah.
And you're
Possibility.
listening to that.
Hey, I believe you. I believe you. The truth is out there.
I said, everyone that believes me that I saw a UFO, ride with me. Look at how many people are in this car.
At least 2, right? 3?
There's a lot.
More, maybe? Andrew, you going?
I believe.
I'm gonna take this truck.